Russian forces, pressing deeper into Ukrainian-controlled territory, have heightened their vigilance in newly captured settlements, paying particular attention to adult men. A Russian sniper from the 40th Marine Brigade told Sputnik News. The revelation exposes a critical challenge on the battlefield. Ukrainian troops shedding their uniforms, blending into the civilian population, and attempting to slip through Russian lines undetected.
Well, as a rule, this is a certain age group. That is, if this is an adult man, 30, 40 years old, it is clear what he should do here, in a half-destroyed settlement, if he were a civilian. Okay, some old grandmother, she has nowhere to go. She has lived here all her life. She will not go anywhere. On purpose, the documents are destroyed, and people change into civilian clothes, trying to surrender as a civilian population. But it all opens up very quickly, in fact, within a few hours, and it becomes clear that this is a former enemy soldier disguised.
The crackdown on disguised Ukrainian troops comes amid intensifying Russian operations, with Moscow steadily advancing and imposing strict verification procedures in newly captured settlements. While Russian troops root out infiltrators in liberated regions, accounts from captured Ukrainian soldiers paint a picture of chaos and desperation within Kyiv's forces. Disorder, lack of training, and reckless conscription appear to define the Ukrainian military's operations. Ukrainian prisoner of war. Dmitry Parkhomenko described his harrowing experience, revealing an army plagued by lawlessness, drunken brawls, and a conscription system that throws men onto the front lines with little preparation.
At first, I got to the military airfield in Konatovo. Then I was taken by 32nd Separate Merchandised Brigade of the AFU. Then there was an order to send people away. They did so. They got rid of unnecessary men. We had almost no training. They chose us, and we went. That's it. So they took you, and went. What do we do? They said we'd meet there. So it happened.
He went on to describe the lawlessness gripping Ukrainian units. But his most chilling claim was that Kyiv's mobilization has turned into an outright extermination of Ukraine's male population.
I woke up in the morning, there was nobody. I don't know where to go. I turned around and went. They were only demanding money. Men were drunk on the positions. Almost got to knife fight. You don't know where to go. I turned around and went. They only demanded money. Don't you see what the extermination of the Ukrainian people is? Especially men. They even took people from rear units. I don't even know who'll be next. First women and the what children? Is it a survival game, whether they'll survive or not?
As the war escalates, Russia's defense ministry has reported a series of retaliatory strikes against Ukrainian military infrastructure, responding to what Moscow calls deliberate Ukrainian attacks on Russian energy facilities. In the past 24 hours, the armed forces of Ukraine have deliberately attacked Russian energy infrastructure facilities twice, the Russian Defense Ministry stated, accusing Kyiv of violating its supposed commitment to avoid such strikes. Despite public assurances from Kyiv about refraining from targeting power plants, Moscow claims Ukrainian forces continue to launch drone and artillery strikes on Russia's power grid. In response, Russian operational tactical aviation, missile forces, and artillery struck a Ukrainian drone assembly plant, a training center for UAV pilots, ammunition depots, and concentrations of Ukrainian troops and foreign mercenaries. Meanwhile, Russian forces remain active in neutralizing Ukrainian military units operating in Russia's Kursk region. Over the past 24 hours, Russian strikes reportedly eliminated more than 150 Ukrainian troops, destroyed 8 vehicles, and took out 2 UAV command posts. The conflict has entered a brutal phase where deception, desperation, and direct strikes on infrastructure define the battlefield.